Welcome, welcome, welcome to Queer Conversations. I'm your host, G of VeriGTV, and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST, I'm here with a guest talking about LGBT stories, life, love. Today, as you probably can tell, my guest is not here as yet, and that's fine. We have singer-songwriter Valentin Mera, formerly Diana, is joining us. We're in Fort Lauderdale, and she's coming up from Miami, and there's quite a bit of traffic. So I thought I would still go live since we're supposed to be on at 6. Why not get started? Thank you for joining. Please like this page, VeriGTV. We amplify the voice and visibility of the LGBT community. And in addition to liking this page here on Facebook, I ask you to please go to Instagram and like the VeriGTV page there as well. So, I also want to say this past Saturday, we were at Caribbean Pride put on by SunServe. We had a booth. Want to big up everybody who joined us. Thanks to SunServe for giving us the support. I was also there for Thou Art Woman. And for those of you who don't know, Thou Art Woman is an open mic night celebrating LGBTQ women and allies. And please like that page. So go to Thou Art Woman on Facebook and on Instagram and like the page. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're watching Queer Conversations. I'm your host, G of VeriGTV. And my guest is not here yet, but I thought I'd get started. And you get ready to ask him questions. That is Valentin Mera, singer-songwriter, actor, formerly Diana Mera. So if you have any questions in the meanwhile, please feel free to ask questions of me. And we're going to talk to Valentin about his transition to becoming a man, and talk to Valentin about his, I'm emphasizing the pronouns, his career. He's had a very long and successful career, particularly in Latin America and Latin culture. So yeah, so thanks for joining us. Carice is here. Thank you. I see you've been tuning in every week, and I appreciate it. Kavor, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions of me in the meanwhile, please feel free to ask. And I got Nikki Lopez here backstage, offset, doing the dropping in some links. I don't know if you're able to drop in the links. So for Thou Art Woman, I know Carice, you came to the last one, and a lot of people have been asking when is the next one. And so what we decided to do was to do it annual. So Thou Art Woman has been 2 to 3 times a year, and it's been just growing beautifully. I want to thank everybody for the support. It's just been amazing. And Valentin Mera, who is our guest today, actually hosted it at the time he was Diana Mera. So we'll talk about that. So hey, thanks for joining everyone. Hey Dana, thank you. So Thou Art Woman will now be an annual event. It's going to be March 2019, and the goal is to make it, and what we're doing, something different. We're making it a destination event. So it's going to be a Friday evening, nice culinary event with some live music. Saturday, the same but bigger and beautiful performance evening. We're open mic and always have some featured performers. And then Sunday we'll do a nice brunch. So I'm encouraging everybody to like the Thou Art Woman page on Facebook and Instagram, and keep up to date with the actual date of the event, which weekend in March. We're going to be announcing that in the coming months. If you have friends who are LGBTQ or allies who like to come to South Florida, because it's a beautiful place to be. We have beautiful beaches, beautiful people, and we have beautiful arts, talented people, wonderful community. This is the time to tell your friends in New York City, California, Kavor in Jamaica, anywhere where you are, Toronto, London, Oakland, California, wherever you are. This is time to plan to come to Thou Art Woman in March of next year. Oh, no, not a silly question at all. Thank you for the question, Christine. And someone asked a question recently, and I said similar, it might be silly. So queer is a very broad word, a broad umbrella. So many years ago, people said they were gay, and we still can use the word. I still identify as gay, and some people say lesbian. I identify as a lesbian as well. And bisexual and these terms, and then queer became this very large umbrella, encompassing. Why does it sound weird? How do you encompassing? That's the Jamaican and American trying to get together there. Say it again. Encompassing a lot of different groups. So people who are queer, I guess a good way to say it is that they're not straight. They don't identify as straight. So it could be, everybody could be different. Also includes gender. So when someone said that they were gay, it didn't really speak to your gender. So queer includes people who are non-traditional in gender, like myself. I could say I'm gender queer because I'm not traditionally like, I'm a woman, but I don't dress like a woman. So you have people who say they're gender queer. People who are, what else would you say queer?
Fluid.
Gender fluid. So queer includes everybody pretty much who is not straight. So it's very, very broad, and it also gives people a sense of like, of breadth. Because if I said I'm queer, you don't know if I'm a lesbian, you don't know if I'm gay, you don't know if I'm gender non-conforming. So it's just saying I'm not the typical.
Bisexual.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you exactly who I am, and it also gives me a lot of breadth to change. Because suppose someone says, if I said I'm a lesbian, and then I'm dating a man, someone's like, did you say you're lesbian? But if I said I'm queer, it gives me a lot more space and breadth to my identity and who I am. So that's queer. And it's really younger people in the past probably 10 years who started using the word queer in that way, because it's a reclaimed word. It was a negative word. A lot of people still know it as a negative word, but it was a word that was used against the gay community, and people reclaimed the word and made it a positive word and started to use it to identify. So I think good question, and hopefully I answered it well for you. Any other questions? So in the meanwhile, we're waiting for Valentin Mera. Okay, good. I'm glad you got it. You're welcome.
How is the Caribbean Pride going?
Oh, Caribbean Pride. Caribbean Pride was on Saturday in Wilton Manors, which is in South Florida, near Fort Lauderdale. And we call Wilton Manors also the Gayborhood. And it went pretty well. It was one day. So it was one day. It was Saturday. And it was, they gave us a booth. So I was there, Verity TV, our woman, Nikki Lopez, creative. And they had some good performers. One of the highlights of the evening was that I performed. Well, I'm going to tell you, Nikki actually shoved me onto the dance floor.
You were ready.
She says I was ready. So, to tell the story, there were several performers, and one performer was a belly dancer, a beautiful woman, belly dancing. And she was doing the little, shake. I don't know if I should get up and show off the moves. But she was doing a dance. She did say, she's going to come back around. So I had a little warning. And then she came back around and Nikki pushed me. Nikki knows I don't have a lot of shame. So, I don't. I also don't have a lot of talent. And I'm not ashamed of the lack of talent. So anyway, so at some point, so I grabbed, I'm going to say, I don't know how Keita identifies, but someone who's pretty masculine like myself, I grabbed Keita so I wasn't up there embarrassing myself alone. Oh, you pushed her. So Nikki, who ironically knows how to belly dance and didn't want to go up there. I don't know why you don't do it, because she knows how to.
It's fun if I know how to do it.
So she knows how to actually do it. Didn't do it. I end up going, but I think pretty well. So this is a sexy lady in a little belly dancing outfit, and I had on I don't remember what I had on, so maybe like a floral shirt and pants, and Keita had on a t-shirt, and we end up doing all the same things, and yes, thank you. That's what I got, gift of gab. Come over saying my talent is talking, yeah. So, so we end up doing that. There was a lot of laughter. I don't mind entertaining. I actually love entertaining. So that went really well. Thank you for asking. And if there are any other questions, please feel free. And stay tuned. We know that Valentin is nearly here.
Yes.
I see Nikki on the phone.
Come downstairs and open up. All right.
We're waiting for Valentin. Ah, yes. Okay. Thanks for that question, Rich. So for those who are just joining, Verity TV also produces an event called Thou Art Woman. It's an LGBTQ woman event, And we're growing it from the one night, which has been spectacular, open mic performers. Everybody, it's just a beautiful space where everybody really just welcomes every type of performer. And we have wonderful feature performers. And so we've had that, it's been growing since 2014. And now, and I was sharing earlier, Rich, but I'm happy to share again and a little more detail. Now it's going to be an annual event, 3-day weekend. And so that's the future. So we're going to look at every March, blocking off your calendar to come to Fort Lauderdale area to celebrate LGBTQ women and allies. It doesn't matter where you are. I believe you just have to have some form of a visa to get into America. And if you're in America, you don't need anything, maybe just to get here, an airline ticket or a driver's license or a bus ride. Come to Fort Lauderdale every March for Thou Art Woman. Please like the page, Thou Art Woman. That's THOUART Woman. Here on Facebook and on Instagram, and we'll announce the actual dates in March and the actual locations. Thanks for that question. Thanks for joining us. Please stay tuned. Valentin Mera is on the way. He is downstairs and coming all the way from Miami, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale. So it's a little journey, and there's a lot of traffic. Any other questions? I'm really happy to get the questions. And you're watching Queer Conversations on Vergy TV. Please stay tuned. Hold on a second. Can you pass me that water? I think it's a little far. My voice is getting a little parched from the speaking alone. But I wanted to start. We were supposed to start at 6. Thank you. That's my son here. Yeah. Speaking of my son, I have 2 sons. One is going to be 21 and one is going to be 17. And we actually are planning one-on-one mom and son trips. So we just came up for birthday. They're both born in June. So that's when I deliver babies. If I'm delivering babies, it's got to be June. That's what I do. So yeah, so we're planning out a nice mom and son trip for June for my son Cairo. And I told my oldest son to let's organize that too. So I have a major trip that I'll be taking. I'm actually going to miss his birthday for the first time. That's why I'm doing something a little different. But I'm glad, and it's motivating us to do something else. Thank you for joining, Catherine, Crystal, everybody who's here. Thank you for joining Queer Conversations. My guest today is Valentin Mera. She is coming through the door. Take a breath. That's fine. Take a breath. I know that she had a lot of traffic. If you need to go El Baño first or anything, you're good to go?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so come, and you have a water for Valentin?
I know.
Yeah, thank you for everybody for your patience. Thank you everybody for your patience. And thanks for making it all the way from Miami. Here he is. Come on in. We're right here live.
Hi everyone. Oh my God,
Yes.
Jeanette.
Hey.
Sorry, you're never gonna invite me again.
No, that's fine. I know. I'm glad you made it. I'm sorry you're late, but look, you're here.
I am 1,000 hours late.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry, Valentin Mera,
Yes.
though. But I'm sorry that you're late as well, but I'm glad that you're here. And I've been holding the audience, and we've been having a good conversation.
Okay.
We were talking about Thou Art Woman, and now Thou Art Woman is going to be a national, a destination event. We're making annual. So once a year in March, we're going to have Thou Art Woman.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm going to invite, it's a 3-day weekend, invite people from all over the world.
I love
to come.
it.
Yeah, isn't it going to be
It's like a festival.
yeah, like a festival.
I
There
love
you go.
it. Yes.
So, and Valentin was a co-host in November, and at the time was Diana.
Yes.
Right.
Diana Mera. Until very recently,
Yes.
I was Diana Mera. Now I'm Valentin. And on Monday, and I want you to know something, Jeanette.
Tell me.
I haven't done an interview as Valentin. You
Okay.
are the first person who has ever interviewed me in my whole truth.
Okay,
And
wow.
I could not have chosen someone that I trust so much because you and your girlfriend do amazing work for the community. So this is my first interview
Oh,
as
thank
me
you. Yes. as
without
you.
having to become that woman.
Right.
And then being, and I was very loved, but now it feels better.
Okay,
So
good.
this Monday, the court will grant me the name.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Well, I am really, first of all, proud of you,
Thank you.
inspired,
Thank you.
and I feel honored that this is the first place that you would come and share your story.
It's fantastic.
And it's live with everybody in the world.
Yes.
This is Facebook.
And I'm late.
Yeah, but better late than never, right? So I'm glad that you're here. Really glad. I'm glad you're going to share. So before we go, we're going to spend some time talking about your transition, but let's introduce you a little bit for people who don't know
Yes.
Valentin Mera.
Mera.
Mera. My
Mera.
accent. How would you
Tienes
make?
que hablar tu español mejor.
Okay.
Mejor.
I just heard better. Mejor is better.
Eso, sí. Talk mejor. Valentin
Valen-
Mera.
Mera. Okay. Valentin Mera. Bien?
Sí, muy bien.
Muy bien. Gracias. Okay. So, you are a singer, songwriter, actor, MC,
Producer.
producer.
TV producer, and now recently I'm becoming a music producer.
Okay.
And my fiance built a studio for me in the house.
Wow, that's a great
Eh,
gift.
She's a great gift in general.
Yes.
Very strong woman, and she built that for me. So I started to produce. I just produced one song that is gonna come out very soon, and it's a surprise. A surprise because of what I'm doing in the video, and whatever I'm portraying, character I'm portraying. It's gonna a little sarcasm for my situation right now
Right,
with
okay.
the transition. I want you to see it, and
I
so
wanna see
that
it.
song I produced at home, and now I'm producing another one. I'm gonna be collaborating with a duo from Mexico,
Okay,
the
nice.
Suarez sisters, who right now are in Miami, and we're gonna record another song, and I'm producing it. So I'm very excited because I'm adding to my
Like your repertoire.
set of skills.
Yes.
Like I sing, I compose, I act, I do
Wow.
MC, I do TV production, and now I'm doing music.
Look at that. And this is for like most of your life.
For the last 17 years.
17 years.
And I was
what-
a model when I was a
You
child.
could tell. Look how handsome, right? Look at that.
Yes,
Look at that.
I was a model when I was a child. So I have like 1,000 years in entertainment, but professionally, 17.
17.
Yes.
17. And what would you call the type of music that you produce and sing and write and
Well,
so?
it's Latin pop.
Latin
I think
pop.
now it's becoming with a little hint of world. Like the last song that I'm doing, it's not one of my compositions, but it has like a Mexican flavor to it,
Mexican.
which I want to do more of world, more of like pop, but not the bubblegum pop that I have done till recently.
Oh, okay.
A lot is changing.
Okay.
A lot is changing. Like
Okay.
I have done this career, been a commercial pop artist for a long time, and as much as I am grateful to people who guided me, I want to do more of me
Right.
in
Who-
general.
overall.
Me, my music,
I love
how I
it.
see it, everything, and well, if I don't sell a copy, well, at least I
You
liked
s-
it.
Yeah, no.
You
Let
know?
me tell you, when you're your full authentic self, people are most drawn to that. So you will sell.
Well, I hope so
People will
because
love
I
you.
need you to buy.
Yes,
my
people
stuff.
will. And where do people find you?
Well, you can go to valentinmera.com. I also have a web show that is meratalks.com.
Mera Talks.
Everything takes you to the same place.
Good.
And so please check me out.
Yes. So follow Valentin Mera.
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 In Instagram and all of that is de Valentin Mera. THE.
The. Right. The. Listen,
The.
I was having struggles with English too because I have like the Jamaican accent, so our
So
English
it's
is
the.
our English is different. It's the or the. I don't know who says what.
The Valentin Mera.
Yeah, it could be either one.
Yes. Ahí sale.
Yeah,
Véanlo.
so Nikki is putting that in. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias,
Yes.
Nikki Lopez.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Do you, let me see if I do, ¿tú quieres agua?
Yo tengo agua.
Oh, you have. Okay, good.
Muy bien, muy
okay,
bien.
good. I'm working my Spanish over
Sí.
here. So that's a nice, like, summary, kind of succinctly about your career and how people could follow you. So let's jump into what's happening in your life and you transitioning and how did that happen? Like, what happened for you?
Well,
I
it's
figure it's a process.
it is a long ass process. Can I say ass here?
You can say whatever you
Okay.
want. Whatever
It's
you
been
want.
long because I decided to do this like really come out and do it like maybe a month or 2 months ago, but it's not something new, and it's something that I've been fighting, but I didn't know I was fighting it.
Okay.
Like when I was like, I'll tell you, it's a little story. When I was 4 years old, I lived in Mexico City with my family. I wanted a car. They gave me a doll. So I was like, all right, you guys, let's have a meeting.
Yes.
I've always been the way I am.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Always.
I love
And
this.
so I was like, everybody, grandma, godfather, godmother, mother. there was a mistake. I'm a boy.
Oh, you did say.
I'm a boy, and so these toys are not okay, and so they thought it was cute, and they didn't tell me no, you can, no, you're not. My godfather took me for my first military haircut, got me a skateboard. He was very supportive, but years passed, and I got the Barbies, so I will cut off the Barbie's hair, paint them in green. The Barbie car that was pink, I will paint it cargo, and I had my army. So I was like, whatever they gave me, I adapted to what I thought I wanted or I liked. But then, I was fine. I thought I was a boy throughout those years. Then I'm 11, and boom, stuff starts growing up, and I'm like in shock. So I am not a boy. What to do? So when I'm 14, I'm here in Miami, and I'm having these struggles because I was attracted to girls when I was younger, but at 14, a romantic scenario can actually develop for reals, and I felt that I didn't want to be a girl with a girl. I knew that, I knew it. And so I thought, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, because I was very soap opera like, and I was like, I'm gonna go away, I'm gonna have this surgery, and I'll come back as Diana's brother. That was my fantasy, and get the girl that I liked. And that didn't happen. I didn't have the information back then. There was not the internet, whatever. So then, I become an artist. I get a reasonable amount of I don't know if you call it fame, but I was very well known.
Really very popular. Yes.
I was, I had national interviews, red carpet. So I started like growing into this, woman.
Right.
And I'm this powerful woman and all of that. And they were, the people I had at the time were like let's hide the fact that you're gay, right? And so it was very, let's put you on dresses, heels, and I had my hair to here.
So you're saying they wanted to hide that you were gay?
That I was gay. So imagine all guys is, like, no, I think I'm a boy. Like, that was not even an option. At 28, I'm married to a woman, and I realized that, gosh, I think the thing is that it's a gender thing. And so a lot of people told me at the time, well, you know what, if you change your gender, no girl is gonna go for that. Like, it's not gonna happen. And I was quite popular with the ladies. Yes. So I was like, okay, let's hold off. Well, now I'm 38, I've been divorced, I'm gonna get married very soon. We're not gonna say the date or where I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And on my first date, I had already been thinking last year that I wanted to have a top surgery.
Okay.
And I was like, I just can't bear it anymore, and I didn't know how to blend it into my career.
Right.
And second day I had with my current fiance, I told her, second day, I was like, I'm not going to crap with women because they're looking for a lesbian, and I'm not a lesbian, and so I cannot provide what the woman provides.
Right.
Yeah. And so I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna have top surgery, I'm quite different, there's a gender scenario, and she was very relaxed, very sweet, and she said, okay, I'll take care of you when you have your surgery. And I was like,
I love that.
And she's right now like going with 2 doctors with me, everything. And I decided 2 months ago, I went to a doctor who is amazing here in Miami. And he asked me, what gender are you? What gender would you like me to put on your form? And he broke me. Inside, for the first time, someone, a professional, was treating me as myself. And I said, M. And what's your name? And I said, I don't know. I'll come back to you. Because I didn't have a name.
Didn't have the name yet.
And my favorite name forever was Valentin when I was a child. And every time I saw someone that was Valentin, I was like, because it's a delicate name at the same time. And so now we're going through the process. And so it's been almost 40-year thing, 34 years that I made this decision when I was 4, and I don't think I'm late. I have 40 years.
Not at all.
I have 40 years to
of
be.
course, maybe more.
And I am very grateful to have grown and understand and have the brain of living as a woman, because without that, I could never be in this amazing position. So I don't feel I was born in the wrong body. It was just so misunderstanding there that, gave me the opportunity to know women, to understand women from a different perspective, to understand the disadvantages that women have.
Yeah.
And so, well, now I'm Valentin and very proud of Diana Mera and all that I have accomplished as a lesbian power to the woman.
Yes.
But now I'm just a dude.
Yeah.
A dude.
Well, I mean, I feel a little emotional. That's really incredible journey, and thank you. You know, to share that. And this, I mean, at 4, I can see you just like telling your family, and I love that your family was supportive. But we didn't have the information back then that we have now. Nothing like that. Nothing. So, what about for your career? Everybody knows you in particularly Latin America as Diana Mera, and you're very popular there. How are your fans? What do you think your fans there are going to say about Valentin?
Well, the fans are finding out right now because I have hinted a lot in social media. My social media has changed.
Yes.
I'm very open. When I was gay as a woman, right? I never had a come out.
Okay, you didn't come out.
I never come out. I just I was visible.
Just dating women, and you were this open.
I had a magazine cover, and in the interview they asked me what about the women in my life. I had just gotten divorced, so I talked about my ex-wife and that I was single and not seeing any women. And so I've always done things this way. I don't think we need to have this.
You do it organically. What do you call it organically? It's just kind of happening naturally.
Because I am in my circumstance. Because I don't want to say with this that trans people should just, you know, I understand there's dangers in the world. My circumstance makes everything easier for me because I have amazing support. I have a career. I have a lot of resources that in my position, everything must seem very easy. Not necessarily that it is, but I probably won't encounter what most trans people and LGBTQIA endure in the world. So I don't want to, with this interview, be like
it's
just
easy.
No, it's not easy. Maybe a little for me.
Easier. Well, we're also in America.
Yes.
So a lot of things are going to be easier here.
Yes. I've talked to my family, for example, in Peru, in Ecuador. I have a mother figure. She's not my biological mother. Her reaction was hilarious to it. To her mother, who's like a grandma for me. Very funny reaction. My fans, I think they're getting it little by little. They're like, oh my God, something is happening. And I just requested Facebook to change my name, but they take forever. And then what seems to be the course of action in terms of my products as Diana Mera is that everything will be changed to my new name in retroactive. That means albums, because now everything is digital. So whomever has a real copy of my album, but everything will change. It's gonna take time.
Right, but it's gonna be Valentin.
I think that I will lose some fans.
And then you'll gain a lot.
But I'm gonna gain the right ones. And I rather have 2 good fans.
Of course.
Than 20,000 who are ignorant.
Right.
And you can start unfollowing right now because I don't care. I don't care.
Right, they're gonna be people. You're right, but I think you're gonna get so many more people who are just like so intrigued by who you are and inspired by who you are, and you just being yourself. So thank you everybody for joining. I see Kim is here. I see Shanique is here. A lot of people are here. Thank you for people who just tuned in. I am G, your host of Vergy TV. This is our show. It's our show, Queer Conversations. And my guest here, coming, Nikki, thank you. Our guest today is Valentin Mera.
Mera, con
Mera.
Nikki, dile.
Yes, so Valentin Mera.
Mera.
Valentin is a singer, songwriter, actor, music producer, a lot of things. And we talked about his career and also his recent transition into becoming a man. Thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Please share this video. Share it. This is a great story. This is the first time Valentin is sharing publicly his transition to being a man. Sorry, Nikki, you said there was a question there?
Yes. Kitty asked, what inspired you to start this live forum?
Great question, Kitty. What inspired me? Well, for me, I didn't really see a reflection of myself and enough like LGBT stories out there. Like now there's social media, so there's a lot more. But when I had my journey to go from I was married to a man and have children and so on, I didn't really see a reflection of myself. So I was inspired to share my story and then create a platform for people to share their stories. for two people. Just people who are like yourself, so you can see a reflection, and people who may not see, who are like homophobic and feel they don't like people like us. I might go, hold on a second, but these are great people. And I just didn't even know who they were. So I grew up in a culture where people were, in Jamaica, people were invisible and they spoke about gay people negatively. So I wanted to really create this platform to give us great visibility. Like I say, amplify our voice and visibility. So we're all, have this space to share who we are and love. And then you love us. You can't but love us. No, right?
Obviously, because not only we're good people, but good looking.
Right. Isn't that something? I think that gay folks, LGBTQIA, that we might be disproportionately good looking and stylish too.
Exactly.
Like the hair, look at the haircut.
Yeah.
Glasses, the look, everything. So so why not? So hey Carlene. Carlene's on like every week. A lot of people here are every week and I really appreciate it. Please share it. Please keep joining. We're here every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. And then there was a question where Carice was asking your social media. Carice, the social media is here in the comments.
And I just reposted.
And she just reposted
Okay, it was reposted.
Yeah.
Carice.
Yeah.
I may not pronounce well any names, but it's De Valentin, THE, VALENTINMERA. I'm sorry, I'm learning to spell my name because it's new.
Yeah. And you say you chose, I was curious about, so you chose Valentin because you liked the name as a child when you were growing up. You always liked the name.
Well, a lot of people when I was like in high school and college and stuff like that would call me Diego. Funny.
Diego?
They will say like, you sometimes have a shade, like you're a dude, and Diego is coming through the door. And a lot of people call me Diego for a long time.
Okay.
So when I was looking for my name, Diego was a possibility. It's the closest to
Right,
Diana.
so Diana did.
Right?
Yeah.
But as we were drawing names with my fiance, I wanted to do a name party for people to throw their names.
I love that.
And so she goes like, no. People cannot name you. This is your job, is to...
You have to pick your name.
You have to name yourself. And so she goes, she doesn't know, but she goes like, how about Valentin? And I cried. Because she called my name. She called my name and I get so happy. I think I'm not becoming a man, I'm becoming a boy. Because I never got to be a boy. And so now, like I talked to my mother figure today, and she's adapting to the pronouns. It's very hard.
That is challenging, I'll tell you. I wrote here big he and his, and even Nikki was correcting me earlier to make sure.
It's confusing for me too because sometimes I also make them mistake, but I feel it has a feeling. It has I think it's the freedom of being in. For example, when I'm an actor, I will have to become a woman and then become the character. Now I can become the character. If it's a woman, a monster, an old person, a man, it doesn't matter. But I am not faking it anymore. And I didn't mean to lie to anybody or anything. But I thought that I could be non-binary and all those things. And I thought, being maybe butch, stylish butch, like
like me,
like you would be enough,
right?
But it's not, and I every time someone will call me she, I always feel like
you feel comfortable with it.
And when people, I love my name as an artist, but I always felt like, or when we will go with a party with my girlfriend or wife at the time, whatever, and you ladies, I hate the ladies, not the ladies.
No, we love the ladies. You love the ladies.
I love the ladies. Right now, a lady. I want to clarify. My fiance is watching.
Yes, and much love to your fiance.
Yeah, she's
beautiful
she's
person in and out, and I love that naming story too. How that
she's amazing, and so I hate when I was grouped like that. And don't get me wrong, power to the women. And I'm a feminist, and I'm going to. I'm ingrained in women and raised by women.
Yes.
But I never felt that I belonged, at least how we expressed about, I just didn't. And now, it feels good. It's a whole thing. My friends are adapting.
Yes.
They tell me, Diana, the other day I was at the theater. I'm going to be in the theater for a few weeks training. And they call me they, them. and
You don't want they, them. You
no,
want he.
I want he, him, and they were trying to be cool with they, them, but I don't know how to use they, them. I'm not from this new generation that can do they, them. And
that's hard too. Yeah, I got all the pronouns because people are choosing their own pronouns, and we're accustomed to pronouns reflecting. If you look like a man, then it's he, him. If you look like a woman, it's she, hers. And now it's changed where people have, and they have they, them, and they have something else with a Z.
With a Z, and for me is a very old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned. He, him.
And I don't know if in 20 years I'll surprise
this
you again.
More, right?
But I don't know. For now,
so someone mistakes and uses the feminine pronoun. How are you reacting to that?
Well, I am very patient because it also happens to me, and no one is doing it out of being rude or mean. Everyone has been, all my friends, all the people I love.
Simple mistake.
So they correct themselves or whatever. Or sometimes I have to tell them if they are going, like, it's a whole conversation about she, the ladies, the girls, Diana, I'm like, and then I have the correction, and it's not for me, it's not that I'm offended by being called Diana, but if I'm having these personal conversations with each of the people, it's because it's important for me. And I posted recently in social media, that it's about honoring me and our relationship.
Right.
Because this is so important to me. This means to me respect, that you respect me, that you're not overseeing that I've made a life decision.
It's a major decision.
That I can tell you is not easy.
A major decision.
Because I was petrified when I realized that I had decided, because I have a career that I've depended on. And I am risking everything.
You have a fan base that knows you as but that shows like how important and how much this is you. If you're willing to lose everything
and start again,
which you won't, but you're willing to.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's powerful. Now, and you're a singer. Are you going to take hormones?
No.
Okay, because I was going to ask you about your voice, because that voice is important.
And who's bothering us?
Oh, somebody. Okay, that's fine.
My best friend who's probably watching.
I hope you're watching. Hello, best friend of Valentin.
So, Soledad, hello. Well, I decided that I don't want hormones because I will lose my singing voice.
That's what I was wondering about.
Even if I had a man's voice, does not guarantee me that my vocal cords will be lined and I'll be able to be a singer as a man.
Right.
And I really like my voice to talk.
Your voice sounds great. Yeah.
And to sing, and so I never saw my voice as a feminine voice necessarily, like a common feminine voice.
Right.
I'm not saying I have a masculine voice, but I can have it if I want to.
If you need to deepen up, you can.
I can, because I have that range.
Yes.
But I'm not. I'm fine with my voice. The voice doesn't bother me. It never did.
Okay.
So, and I don't think I need to shave.
Yeah.
Either.
Oh right. Yeah. Because to grow your hair, to just spend time shaving it, right?
Because it's okay like this. I like it.
I like
so
that.
So for now, like I said,
you never know what the future brings. You don't know.
I like I said, I don't know. For right now, my music career is very important, and I want to keep singing. It's what I love to do the most, and I think that like this, I'm fine. I love how I am. It's just the pronouns, the name, and yes, I will have top surgery.
Top surgery.
I'm seeing doctors right now, and I want my wedding to be over, and I don't know if it's going to happen this year or sometime in 2019. I would love, my goal is to arrive to my 40s.
That's beautiful.
Complete.
Yes.
To have the other half of my life the way I wanted it when I was 4.
When you're 4, that's beautiful.
Like I'm trying to honor my child. So if I have to lose my career, my sources of work, whatever it is, I am willing to do it because I cannot, not be me. And at the same time, I'm in a position that is of privilege, that also I can advocate for a lot of people that don't have voice in the Latino community.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Like for your culture overall, like you're saying, you're privileged, but what is it like for the everyday person in the Latino community? Someone who's not a singer and in the spotlight. What is it like? And I know it's a very big community because you have Peru, Mexico, Ecuador, America. Like, what is it like overall?
Well, for Latin, in the United States, we obviously encounter a lot of suicide, especially in youth. In Latin America, it's another problem. A few days ago, I interviewed a trans man from Argentina. Okay, and just to give you an example of what's happening with the trans community and why I feel it's so important, I am grateful to the universe that I am trans, because I have a voice and I can say whatever I want, and I have power to do what I want to do. I interview via Skype. It's a very humble origins trans man in Argentina. He had been harassed from 2014 to now by 3 men who kept on insulting him, beating him up, going to his house, beating, attacking the mother, etc., to the point that they broke into the house in 2017. Okay, he defended himself with a gun that barely hurt one of the guys in the neck. He's alive and well.
Right.
The justice system in Argentina gave Joe Lemonch is his name. Please look him up.
Okay.
Joe Lemonch gave him 5 years and 6 months in prison. Argentina is furious, and every association, organizations, trans people, LGBTQIA people in the world are starting to stand up for him.
Okay.
But that's the situation. So if it was me, I could have killed the man, and I would be sitting here talking about it.
Right.
And so that's what I want to do with my voice and my capacity and my privilege, that till now I didn't know, I was, okay, this...
Yeah, 'cause as a lesbian you weren't as aware, you weren't as connected.
I was with the lesbian community. I was trying to be visible. I did the Latin billboards in 2012. I kissed my girlfriend at the time. It became historic. I was the first female to ever kiss a woman on a Latin red carpet. It had never been done.
Wow.
My job then was to be visible.
Right.
I thought I was doing.
And you were.
Now, as a trans man, I want to advocate. I want to get upset.
Yes, you are.
I want to get upset and talk about things. So that's the reality. They've killed a lot of trans women in Argentina, in Peru, in Mexico. There's a lot of killings. So we need to talk about it, and people have to see that there's successful people like myself.
Wonderful.
Who can talk for them. I'm not saying I'm going to be able to fix anything, to change anything, but at least now I feel that I can say my truth. And I think when I had lived as a woman, as much as I was supporting the lesbian community,
right, which is important, but
very important, and I will always be there forever.
And you did that, and then this is your next purpose.
But I feel that now it's so true. It's so true that I cannot help it. I'm telling you, if I lose work, if I don't care, I'm not an activist. I've always said it. But I want to be upset. I want to talk about it, and I want to use my music, my resources, to put light on these things. People like me become trans.
Yes.
And it was since I was 4, and I'll show you pictures for you to see. It is what it is, and I don't think this is such a new thing. I think there was always trans people.
Always.
But before you will become trans, move to another city.
Right. Like you say, come back as Diana Mera's brother.
Yes. Very simple. Yeah.
But always, yeah.
It's always been there.
Right. Yeah, but with social media and the media, then we see it more visible. We have these different platforms, so I just love that you shared this story, and I feel your passion, and I love the passion that you have.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of people joined. Thank you. Everybody, please share this. If you just tuned in, I'm your host, G of Verity TV, and this show is Queer Qonversations, where we amplify the voice and visibility of LGBTQIA people. My guest today is I nearly did it. Valentin Mera.
El last name está bien.
See?
Yes, Valentin
Mera. And Valentin recently transitioned to become a man, and he is sharing his story.
Yes, I know.
I'm getting it. Yeah, so we're talking about some of the challenges, and she's he. I was nervous.
Yeah, it's okay.
Valentin is an advocate now for the trans community. Not because you set off to do it. It's just in terms of being yourself and just being more aware. It's like your calling. It's like your calling.
I think it is.
It is like your calling.
I saw this in social media about Joel Lamonch, and I was outraged. And I went out of my way. I got his Instagram. I personally messaged him. I got him to do an interview via Skype with me. Like, the internet was going on and off, and it was frustrating, and he was sharing all his story. And it was such a horrible story that I was like, wow, someone trusted me with his story like this, and if it was me, I'm sure I would have a lot of people standing up for me. I'm glad that he has a lot of celebrities actually in Argentina. Aware.
Is he incarcerated right now?
No, because it's been such a social protest in Argentina that although he was already sentenced, they continue to like, and now we're gonna say something this other day.
Okay,
and this
so he's
other
not
week.
incarcerated as yet.
Not yet, and everything is outrageous because the court, the judge, treated him as a hurt the whole trial. And so that shows you that there's a homophobic culture in our countries. Here is different.
It's still here, but not as bad.
But it's not as bad, at least not in the big cities in America. I'm sure Middle of America, other areas can be hell for someone like me. But I think now that we have the internet, we have all of these resources, we can communicate with someone in Argentina and do an interview, and he can use my platform and so on. And I think regardless if you're trans, if you're human with a brain that works and you have the heart in the right place, we need to do stuff to make things better. Whatever cause you have. If you have your cause of toward women, I'm there. I'm there, and whatever, I have my cause. If we become a collective of supporters of each other, things shouldn't be that hard.
No, they won't be. That's right.
I think, and maybe, I don't know, but I think it should be easier.
I love the work you're doing. How are we on time? I have no idea of the time, and I don't know when we started. So can you make a little, we got Nikki Lopez, creative there. Oh, wow. So that's good 30 minutes? Yeah?
Es que llegué tarde. I was late.
Okay, I heard tarde. I know some Spanish. I just heard some of the words along the way. So yes. So we'll wrap up.
Your question.
Yeah. So we had a lot of people live. We always have people watching live, and we're seeing more and more people watching live. And a lot of people come on after, and are going to watch it. And we appreciate you watching tune every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. Like this page. Hello, Tracy. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Like this page, VeriGTV. Also like it on Instagram, VeriGTV. Like Thou Art Woman on Instagram and Facebook. Stay tuned for our updates on Thou Art Woman in March. Follow Valentin Mera. And we have all the links there for all of Valentin's social media spaces, his website. And this is the first time Valentin has shared his story of transitioning, a very powerful, inspiring, touching, just really beautiful story. And it's just been wonderful having you here. I'm going to have a few questions at the end of the show. I call them Queer Conversation closing questions.
All right.
QQCQ. Do you want to add anything before we go into that?
Follow me on my Instagram and everything, because I'm so excited with my Instagram now and my social media. I really want followers that are right followers.
Yes.
So that we can have conversations. So
Yes.
the Valentin Mera in social media and my website valentinmera.com.
Yes, yes.
That's it. And thank you so much for letting me share it.
Yeah, and thanks for coming all the way from Miami.
Yes.
He nearly had to take a plane to come here, but you got here. And that's my brother Rich saying, Valentin was a great host for Thou Art Woman, by the way.
I remember him.
Yeah, you were dynamic. Yeah, I
Thank
think
you.
you brought him up first. It was good. It was good. So yes, so Valentin was amazing. So QQ, closing questions. I'm trying to have them in my head somewhere. I'm just trying to think.
What makes you laugh?
I was going to do that. What makes you laugh?
Almost everything.
Okay, almost everything.
Yes.
Even on the trip here when you're running late?
Yes, because yes, I was late, but then I see that there was an accident.
Oh, no.
It was already clean. It was
Okay.
people watching the tows, taking the cars. And
Okay, yeah,
and
they call it rubbernecking. Yes.
I laughed
At
in the
that.
car because I'm like, well, sorry for the accident, but I'm like, people move it along.
Right, yes.
So yeah, I have a very, very big sense of humor.
That's great.
And I find most things make me laugh.
Okay, and then
What do you find sexy?
Intelligence, talent, passion, drive. That
intelligence.
that
I like
is
that.
amazing. Yes, in talent.
Talent.
Whatever talent,
I love to see everybody's reaction to the different questions. When we go to what's sexy, everybody goes into this like mode. I need to do a clip video of like all the what's sexy.
I would love that. That would be so cool.
What inspires you?
The life that I want to live. The life that I want to live.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm there. Like I'm new.
Yeah.
Like a newborn, but with this old adulthood. So it's like I'm so inspired right now by the life that I'm gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Yes. And what's so great about being a man?
Not a lot. Not a lot of great things, really. You are not as fabulous as you would be as a woman. You do get ready faster.
Oh, okay, good.
You
good.
get ready faster. It's easier. In my case, well, I love that I can be called now that. So I love it. But
You love what?
I love to be, feel like I'm a man now.
Oh, someone
like,
call you a man.
Like,
Excuse me,
or-
sir. Can you please come this way?
Yes,
You like
I
that,
love
yeah.
it, and but in general, I think how fabulous women are,
Yeah.
it's unbeatable.
Ah.
So-
But you're being who you are.
So I really want to be this.
Yeah, you're
I
being-
really want to be this.
You are.
So yeah, because it's a lot to give up. Women are just fabulous, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just,
I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for being on the show, sharing your story.
Thank you.
Please follow Valentin everywhere. The links are there. It's a beautiful story for people who just joined. Please, when we end, press play and enjoy this. Please share and follow Valentin everywhere. Thank you. Tune in every Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. And like this page, Verity TV.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao. Okay, that didn't go.
Bye.